Hey everyone, happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? Thank you everyone for coming to the show today. We're not giving away seeds today. Uh, the only thing we're going to do is a little trivia about me. And look, I don't know why this happens every time. I think I shut it off every single time. Nope, wrong. I wonder if anybody else has this problem. So today we had Joey's graduation party with his cousin Ian, and it was a great time. And that just basically everybody's starting to leave right now. So I'm so happy I started at 7:30. I'm not sure how many people we're going to have in the chat today because of the seeds and stuff, but I really wanted to go on live for a little while and everybody learn about me and see how that goes. Um, I am actually totally exhausted today. I'm ready to go to sleep right now. And driving Uber, I drive Uber for a second job, and I got to drive somebody to the airport at 4:30 in the morning. So I got to wake up at 4. So it's going to be very interesting. People who last week, if you haven't emailed me, please email me. I only had about half of the winners email me last week. So my address is down below, coachcos70@yahoo.com, and let me know because I still have half of the seeds to go, and I have a couple things of seeds in a month. No, I think I got 2 more people for seeds in a month I still have to do. So please do that for me. I really appreciate it. I want to get everything out. Now, next week, we'll go normal live, 7 to 9. Ray will be here. And the next Sunday after, I'm not going to be sure. Joey's going to be having surgery, not this Friday. I keep on messing up the dates, but it's going to be the 23rd. So Joey will have surgery on the 23rd. They'll take a nerve from his leg and replace it with his chest. They'll open him up and then they'll put a stimulator and it like it's a ticker, so it keeps him it keeps it going. The nerve, keeps him constant life so it doesn't die. And it will have that in with him for a whole year. So we'll see how it's a new surgery, and we need to get that diaphragm working for he could be a normal kid. So let me see who's in the chat right now. We have, let me go to the beginning. I know A Fishes and Loves Life, Ray K, Biddy Boo might have just left, Stephen Dunsmore, Jujubi, Simply Janice Homestead, Slow Lane with Paul and Randy, The Vineyard Chicks, Abby's Life on the Farm, Pafford Homestead. Let's see who else we have. Gail Southern Living, Crazy Ed's Homestead, Farm and HVAC, Ultimate Gardening, Canadian Proud Outdoors. Hope you guys are doing well. Goot Juice Hot Sauce. Wow, we got a lot of people coming in. Guys, I really appreciate it. Blackberry Rock Homestead, Karma Lee, Freehandly Made, Rhea Galloway, Janice Offler, Vicky Bynum. That's awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. So if you haven't had a chance, guys, the seed of the month, I'm starting the seeds tonight and putting those in envelopes. The seeds of the month are Pink Boar, which is a 4-pound ounce tomato. It's a very good tasting, and it has like green stripes in it. It's really cool looking. It's a crowd pleaser. We also have the Mountain Fresh Plus, which is a disease resistant tomato. I'm growing about 50 tomato plants next year at the Mountain Fresh Plus. It's a very good tasting tomato, and you can't beat the disease resistance. We also have the Campbell 33, which is a soup tomato. And supposedly Campbell soups are going out of business. So I would get these seeds now because they might not be around for long. Caspian Pink. Now Caspian Pink is around a pound tomato. It's a very good tasting tomato. It's one of my favorites. And I got a lot of feedback that a lot of people's favorites too. So that's the Caspian pink. And then we have the giant Belgian, which is a huge tomato. Grow 4-pound tomatoes. You know how big a 4-pound tomato is? It's huge. So that is the giant Belgian tomato. And supposedly you're supposed to get a lot, not a lot of tomatoes, but 8 to 12 tomatoes could be around that amount. So that's a lot of tomatoes for a huge tomato. So we talked about the seeds of the month. We talked about being normal back to week next to 7, back to normal 7 and 9 next week. Joey's updates surgery is on the 23rd. I'll update when I can. I'll update everybody when I can with that. Also want to say happy birthday to Mrs. Puff. That's Jean Puff, she's always here. Today's her birthday. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mrs. Puff. Happy birthday to you. Hopefully you hear the replay and get to see that. Yeah, I had Mrs. Puff. Actually, she used to coach the girls basketball team, and I was a lot younger. And I would kind of make my way to the court, and she'd be like, "Get off my court," because she'd be coaching. Hey, for me, it was something to play with. Hey, I'm playing. I was like one of the first people in school, and one of the last to leave, and that includes all the coaches. I love school, and I love being around people and talking to people, and that's that. So today, guys, we are not giving away seeds. It's just to be a little trivia about me. So let me look at the chat a little bit, because I miss everything on the chat, guys. That's the reason why I like Great here. He looks at the chat, asks me a question, I'm good. So I apologize if I don't see anything on the chat. Oh, well, I thought you were monetized. I am not monetized yet. I need about 720 hours to be monetized. So I am getting a lot closer to be monetized. So if you guys have a chance, watch some videos, leave a comment. I believe that's the key. So if you watch 1 hour, just leave a comment. You can say hi or something, or whatever it's about. Hopefully it's something that you could ask me a question with. So try to leave a comment. Just don't let it run the whole time. So you see, but I'm getting closer and closer. And Gail Southern Living and Arizona Kid. And there's so many people that do that have been running my channel. And oh my God, I just forgot. I just totally forgot. I had a couple drinks today, if you could tell. Oh, Raven Cat. There we go. It was coming. Raven Cat's been running all my channels, all my videos and stuff, and I really appreciate all the love. But I'm getting closer, 720 away. So after today, and hopefully my goal was before Joey's surgery to be monetized. And thinking I could have fun making emojis. Guys, just looking at the chat, one of the emojis I'm thinking about doing is a jelly bean emoji. What do you think about that, right? Can't beat the channel. I would love the jelly bean. And I want to do something different besides fruit. Maybe I'll list one fruit, like a tomato and a pepper, maybe. But what kind of emojis you think will be good with my channel? So you got the jelly bean, say a tomato, a pepper. I believe you could have 10 emojis. And I'm starting to come with a whole bunch of things. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Carol. Yeah, I'm Lenore, perfect. Jelly beans. Yeah, I thought the jelly bean emoji would be pretty awesome. And I'm also thinking about doing a t-shirt with Joe with the jelly bean. I think that'd be pretty cool. Sometimes a coach's whistle, that's pretty good too. And Andel, I'll be emailing your prize this week. I've been backed up the last couple of days. I've been nonstop at work, and those that are on here late at night, that's me. I'm at work from now. Before I was at home between 7 and 11:30, then going my job, same work, just that I was home for a little while. Now I'm at work at 7. I leave my house at 7, and I've been coming home at 1. So that's a long day. That means no garden, no nothing. It's got to do jelly bean. That's right, Nisi. So yeah, carnival. That's a good idea. Butterwell carnival, right? Kind of thing. So my whole week's been work, and on Fridays, Friday and Saturday, I don't come home until 4 o'clock in the morning. And so it was really nice to have a great day today. So, and I like the, being down the beach. I really like the carnival thing for it as emoji too. So that's some great ideas. So again, guys, everybody, thank you. It's 32 people in the chat just hearing me, listening about me. So I think that's awesome. So, and if anybody sees Mrs. Puff come in the chat today, everybody wish her a happy birthday. How you doing, little chef? And my Aussie garden and kitchen. I also want to do a lot more garden stuff and a lot more stuff about dieting. Now, I coached football, baseball, wrestling. I could also coach tennis if I wanted to. Just little things. I taught my sister how to play. Actually, we had a tennis court in my backyard until I was 10. It was a tennis court, driveway kind of thing, basketball court, and we just made it into one. And so I grew up watching tennis on Wimbledon and all that stuff. I could have started varsity tennis as a freshman if I wanted to. I mean, I was pretty good. And I taught my sister how to play tennis. And so going back to coaching, it's always been a big thing with me. And I have no idea where I started. Why did I get into coaching in the first place? I don't know. Oh, well. So today's trivia will be a little bit about me. And you guys are going to be guessing A, B, C, D. There's no prizes. Just doing this for a little fun tonight. And see what you guys think. And just learn a little bit about me. And I'll do another late night one with more risky questions. And that will be fun too, but that'll be another time. So what state was I born in? A, New Jersey. B, New York. C, Florida. And D, Michigan. So you got A, New Jersey. So just type A. B, New York. C, Florida. D, Michigan. And the question was, what state was I born? Let's see what we got. We got New York. We got a Florida. We got a Michigan. Look at this. This is awesome. G Mama Grows. Got New Jersey. Chow Y'all Homestead. I love this, guys. This is awesome. Hey, Raven Cat. C, D, D, D. We got a lot of Michigans. And my cousin's from Michigan, which my Uncle Mike, he lives there. His wife is a principal in Grenville. Well, they all retired, and his wife was a vice principal. Imagine that. I think that's pretty awesome. So, and I do have family in Florida too, and not New York now. So, okay. Texas Hair Pafford Homestead. Oh, Ultimate Gardening. There you go. It just takes a little while for people to come back. A lot of people follow. So you got a lot of great people on this channel. They're all great people. They're awesome people here. Great channels. That's awesome. Okay, the answer is A, New Jersey. I have never left this state. New Jersey has a really bad name. It is a great place to live. It just right now, the taxes it's crazy living here. And if you live by the Jersey Shore, guys, it is awesome. People from over the Northeast, Maine, from Ohio, everybody comes to the Jersey Shore. And how do I notice? I drive Uber on weekends. I pick them all up. And yeah, it's Jersey Shore is awesome. South Jersey Shore is awesome. You got tons of land, a lot of farms. North Jersey is turning into New York, because everybody's moving out of New York. New York moved to North Jersey. Everything's going down south. And that's what New Jersey is about. And the reason why some people call it Dirty Jersey a little bit is because you have it's certain places by the turnpike. So you get off the crazy airport in North Jersey because there's way too many people living there. And then you go refineries and the smell. It's terrible in certain sections. But then all of a sudden you go, every town is totally different. Other towns like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is beautiful. Then all the next town like, oh, I would never live here. But I really love New Jersey. And we did talk about getting out of state. And the only reason why is because of the taxes. And you get some, you know, some of those outer staters from certain areas. I'm not going to say who that are they're a little rude, but there is definitely a lot of love in New Jersey. Next question. Who did I look up to? A, my brother John. B, my dad. C, Reggie Jackson. Had to put a baseball name in there. And D, my mom. So I was trying to make it pretty simple. My mom, I've been working with my mom. My mom owns the business I'm at, and I've been there for 27 years. So been working with my mom. I learned very little, never curse at your mom either. She used to have us kneel on rice. Isn't that crazy? Kneel, and you had to look at a corner. And so you're growing up looking, you know, it's all about discipline. Looking in a corner and kneeling on rice. It's not a nice thing for half an hour. So I have never cursed at all ever since that day, since I was like 7 years old. Look, you know, well, to my parents at least. You never know about those Jersey drivers, you know. Anyway, and Richie Jackson, it's one of those. It wasn't my favorite person. It wasn't my idol as an athlete. That was Thurman Munson. But Richie Jackson, man, I couldn't wait for him to get to the plate. I'm talking about any kind of sport. When he got to the plate, it was just like magic. It was just totally different. The energy, you know, it was amazing. And my dad, I did construction for 8 years with my dad too. So did a lot of construction with my dad. And who doesn't look up to their dad? And my brother John. And my brother John, well, that's the answer, guys. Who did I look up growing up? Was my brother John. My brother John was a three-sport athlete, just like myself. He was actually got a hit off Al Leiter, if you guys don't know baseball, but he was a professional player for his actually son's getting drafted. Al Leiter's son's getting drafted tonight. Probably be a third pick in the draft. So if you guys know sports, there you go with that. But my brother was 4 years older than me. And when I was in kindergarten, I would run laps around. I was not a good athlete. I was very slow, but I worked myself to be the athlete I was going to be. And so even in kindergarten, I was running laps before school started and doing things because whatever my brother said, I did. He was my rock. He took me everywhere. When he was a senior in high school and I was in 8th grade, I was going to parties. It was great. I had my first beers, you know, at a very young age, and I had a great time. And he always watched me. And I was just always ahead of my time. I grew up as in like sort of an old soul, but I always had tons of fun. And it's because of my brother. And yeah, I love that guy. He looks exactly like me now. It's terrible. I got to show you a picture of him. At today's party, somebody, one of my sister-in-law's friends, hey, Joe, how you doing? My brother's there. Oh, I'm not Joe. It happens all the time because we look so much alike. And so, yep. So who did I look up to? Was my brother John. Now, okay, here's my favorite sport. This is going to go more into things, guys. Some of it's pretty crazy stuff I'm going to go, but I'm just going off the basics. What team did he play for? Oh, my brother okay, listen to this. My brother just went to a community college. He was actually getting looked at by Florida State, Miami, all the best schools. GPA, 1.8. That's not getting you anywhere. So you could be the best athlete you could be. You don't have the grades, you can't go anywhere. So he went to junior college, my brother John, and he was anybody here? This guy named Manny Yarborough. He was the USA sumo champion. I mean, I wish I had a picture of this guy. He weighed 430 pounds, I think, 470 pounds. My brother was 190, 200, somewhere around there. And he hurt his back wrestling him. So he pretty much, you know, that's how his career in sports ended. He had one season in junior college, he had 17 homers. You know, he was ready to skyrocket all the way up where he always wanted to be. But his role model growing up for him was his wrestling coach. So, yeah, that stuff happens to you, right? And I had stuff happen to me too. I was close to being paralyzed my sophomore year in high school. The last play of the game, I had my neck down, and when I hit a guy, I went, "You're not supposed to tackle like that," you know. And I pinched seven and a half nerves, as they say, to my neck, and I was motionless on the ground, didn't move, and going through that time was the hardest time I had to deal with. Um, every single day in pain. And I think that's the reason why I'm always happy, because I'm not in that pain again like I used to be. I'm, you know, happy-go-lucky guy. But the pain I was in, they told me I was going to get a halo surgery and a halo on for a year. And I said, hey, listen, I got 40 pounds to lose. I got to make 188. And I'm standing. I'm the best this town has. I never did anything for me. It was for everybody else, and that was the wrong way of looking for things. Um, it was always about the town or my family and everything else. And I have that problem with a lot of things I do today, because nothing's ever about me. And I'm trying to, but it is what it is. And yeah, thank God I survived, and I played all my sports all my life. I should have been a professional athlete, and my body was just coming into its own my sophomore year, just like a normal male. My body was starting to come in itself. And was I a good athlete? Hell yeah. Even with all the injuries I had there, but I should have been that much better. I would run 100 after I got injured. Just say this: when I was wrestling, I weighed 225, 235 in football, dropped down to 185 in a month. And when I was in pain, I remember I would run 10 miles in the morning, was pretty much a jog and walk in the beginning, and 4 miles at night, and everything else I did. And I just always outworked the competition. And that's me. Always trying to set goals way beyond yourself. So how you doing, Courtney's husband? Uncle Al's in the house. If I'm New York redneck, welcome to the channel. Went homeless both times. So yeah, it's been a rough go for me. I had a lot of goals setting up, but I didn't have my brother's GPA. I did graduate college, and I really, I just outworked everybody. You know, I think that's one of the things why I don't sleep. I can't read a book like my wife or my son. Read it and know exactly what's going on. I got to read it again, take notes, read it again. And, you know, the other people are slaying, and I keep on going. So, all right. So my favorite sport: A, baseball; B, football; C, wrestling; D, basketball. And I could have put tennis there, but I didn't have that. So A, baseball; B, football; C, wrestling; and D, basketball. Oh, Simply Jen, why didn't you wrestle heavyweight? When I was a freshman, heavyweight was unlimited. You could weigh 400 pounds, and I didn't have that structure to be heavyweight. So I was 14% body fat at 225, 235, where I weighed in, and then I just lost the weight, whatever I was. Then after wrestling, I would just, you know, start gaining weight again. And I had my grandma. Hey, I'm Polish. My grandma loved making pierogies, you know, having kibasi. You gotta not too healthy foods there, right? I would eat healthy myself, but nobody else around cooked healthy. My mom actually did a little later, but my grandma, you know, she's stuffed cabbage and everything she made, and the lard and crap she used to put in. Oh my God, it was sure tasted good, but it definitely wasn't easy. So I'm seeing some of the answers: a lot of football, some wrestling. A lot of B's and C's. That's pretty interesting. And just to let you know, I coached football, baseball, and wrestling in high school. I could have actually started in basketball too my sophomore year, but I wasn't dunking the ball. And so I was no way going to put myself, all those hours playing basketball and not make it to college or to have a chance to play college. That wasn't in the cards. So I wasn't Spud Webb, who's 5'7" and dunks the ball. I was 5'9" and jumps 2 or 3 inches the most. Okay, so the answer is baseball. It is something I grew up with, played all the time, and I love baseball. I used to just throw balls. I used to practice diving catches, and yeah, I absolutely love baseball. I gave up playing baseball. I had when I was in college. When I went to college, I went to Upsala College, Division III college, and that was 1988, and they gave me $10,000 to go to school every year to play football. They looked at my next X-ray and said, "Son, you're not playing football." So I said, "Oh, okay. I'm not going to play football. Does a scholarship still take an effect?" "Yes." "Shit, that's awesome." So I had a $10,000. Actually, they paid for 5 years, so $50,000 to college, which was pretty cool. And then, since I couldn't play football, I went out for the wrestling team. Got in the best shape of my life. It was the best I ever felt about me. And they canceled the wrestling program. So, shit, my freaking luck. Here I get to college. I'm doing well in school. And there goes the wrestling program. I don't know if they were going to. They said, "Well, we'll allow you to wrestle. We'll see how things go." That's how that went. So then I went to play college baseball. I batted, let me see what I played. I batted 410 in the fall because they have um, fall and spring for college baseball. Played against Rutgers, Seton Hall in the spring. And I really rocked it. I did really well. Especially against Rutgers and Seton Hall. I did really well against them, the bigger schools. They're Division I. And, well, I had a scout from the Pirates look at me. They go, "Hey, we love how you feel. We love your bat, but you're too short for first base." At that day, all the pain I was going through, I said, "I'm done. I had enough." And so I just went right into coaching instead of continuing my college career. I just had enough of pain. It was too much pain for me to deal with, throwing and everything. It was funny. The scout asked me to go play third base. So I was fielding naturally and everything. He goes, "Hey, have you ever had any arm problems?" And I'm like, "No, not really, but my arm, I haven't really made that throw." And man, yeah, I had some arm problems. And so, that's it. That's my sports career for that. So so the answer was baseball. Okay, next question is, what is my favorite pepper? Is it A, the sweet pepper, B, a hot pepper, a C, like a frying type, or D, a hot pepper? So question is, what is my favorite pepper? A, sweet pepper, B, hot pepper, a C, like a frying type, like a de Toro, or a hot pepper that I'm growing thousands in the garden. So we got A, sweet pepper. Let's see what else we have going on. B, that's a hot pepper. A, sweet pepper, hot pepper. I'm guessing a frying type. I do love to cook. B, a hot pepper. Carol, a hot pepper. You know what? And you know what? The tomatoes I love growing is the hot peppers. They're just so colorful in the garden. Rambling with the broom, Brums. How you doing? C, the frying type. Jimmy Nardello, yes, the frying type. Exactly. I've been growing that for years in the garden. I'm not using the Jimmy Nardello as a sweet pepper. I heard you say it over and over. Yeah, I do love growing it. Put Jimmy Nardello, put on the grill a little bit here and there and there. and I love mixing that with some steak. A little onions, a little frying type, a little steak. Oh, your butt says something else. Any other guesses, guys? So any other guesses? So again, my favorite pepper: A, sweet; B, hot pepper; C, a frying type; D, the hot pepper. Shishito's so good on a grill too. Oh, definitely, definitely, Adrian. Okay, the answer is A, the sweet pepper. It's just something that I always grew up growing. I love my bell peppers. Uh, yeah, I love onions and peppers in almost every single dish I make that I love with food. Oh, here it comes. We got a whole bunch of answers. C for me. C. The mouth may like the hot, but the butt gets very angry with me. Yes, I bet it gets very angry. Hey, Carol. And you don't want my butt angry. That's the reason why I should do a commercial with that spray, right? I demand a refund. So, yeah, I really do want to get into cooking and weight loss on my channel too. I just don't have the time for that yet. Um, a lot of people want me to cook for their like catering and stuff for them. It's just something that I grew up cooking. And one of my favorite things, my brother actually would say, "Here, let me read the directions and you do everything." And I go, "Okay." And so I always did that with my brother, who I started off cooking. And I actually had a conversation. My mom goes, "Oh, I taught you everything how to cook." My mom didn't teach me anything how to cook. It was my brother that started me off. She might have taught my brother, but everything with me was with my brother. And I would learn things like honey mustard. Before honey mustard come out, I was always doing honey mustard. Okay, my favorite fruit vegetable, right? A, tomato; B, you got the Jersey corn; C, pepper; and D, zucchini. Oh, Farm and HVAC. Are you Mets and Phillies? I've been a Mets fan all my life. What very miserable years. So my favorite fruit vegetable: A, tomato; B, corn; C, pepper; or D, zucchini. We got an A, C. So tomato, tomato, tomato. We got a pepper. I'm surprised no corn yet. A, tomato. NB Heritage Farms. Hello. Echo neighbor. A followed by a B. Yeah, it's A, B, C, D, and a C, D, B, A, and A, B. Yeah, put them all together. That's what makes it A or B. Well, guys, being from Jersey, there is nothing like a Jersey tomato. It all starts with the soil, and the Jersey tomato is awesome. And I love tomatoes. Pepper's a little harder to grow here. I got that down now, but I love Jersey tomatoes. You can't beat a Jersey tomato. Okay, this might be a little tricky. There's 20 questions, guys. We're at number 7, and we'll end the chat. There's 23 people in the chat. Thank you, guys, for everybody for coming. My favorite food: A, pizza; B, the BLT; a C, a turkey dinner, a Thanksgiving Day dinner. So a turkey. D, well, it's not just a food; it's a combination of things. D, pork roll, egg, and cheese. So, like, what's my favorite food I like to eat? So, pizza, A, pizza; B, a BLT; a C, a Thanksgiving Day dinner; or D, which is New Jersey. New Jersey is all about pork roll, egg, and cheese. Or Taylor ham, which I have no idea what Taylor ham. It's pork roll. In New Jersey, it's pork roll, and that's New Jersey's favorite breakfast sandwich. And yes, I do eat that all the time. So A, pizza; B, BLT; C, like a turkey dinner; or D, a pork roll, egg, and cheese. Okay, we got a pork roll, egg, and cheese, pork roll, egg, and cheese, a turkey dinner, chicken, but I'll go with A, pizza, C, a turkey dinner, D, pork roll, egg, and cheese. I like how he's starting to come. C, turkey dinner, pizzas, another pork roll, egg, and cheese, pizza. Okay, guys, well, it's kind of pork roll, egg, and cheese. Like I said, it's guys, it's a New Jersey thing. New Jersey loves their breakfast sandwiches and pork roll, egg, and cheese. See, you know, you got your turkey dinner. Who doesn't like a turkey dinner? Thing, my problem is with turkey dinners. When we had football games, and I was playing football games. I missed out. I was never at the dinner table from coaching to being an athlete. Everybody left or actually was eating dessert, and I was starting to eat my turkey dinner. So it's not going to be the turkey dinner as an answer. A BLT can't beat a BLT, guys. You know, 2 a day keeps a doctor away from me. And the fatter I get is 4 times a day. I really got to start losing weight, guys. These BLTs got to stop. But my favorite food is definitely pizza. New Jersey, New York pizza, there's nothing like it. It's nothing like you'll find anywhere across the country. They say it's because of the water in New York, and maybe hardens the dough a little bit. But New Jersey pizza is the bomb. It is nothing like New Jersey pizza or New York pizza. You can say either or. It is awesome, and anybody who visited New Jersey, you'll figure it out when you have it. It's awesome. See, I could have kept. Imagine keeping score of this. Oh my god, that would be a freaking mess. Okay. Next one's going to be what is my biggest accomplishment? Okay, I was going to say have a son, but that's way too easy, guys, to answer. Because if I say have a son, everybody is going to guess that. So I have to scratch that out. But my biggest accomplishment, A, graduating college, B, getting looked at by the Pirates, C, wrestling an NCAA champ, and I lost 7-2. So I was at a wrestling camp, and this guy was an NCAA champion, and it showed me really how good I was. Because on my feet, when you go on your feet, when you start off wrestling and take somebody down, I was really awesome. But the more the match somebody got atop me, I was just in too much pain. And yeah, if I lasted, most of my wins were, I think I was 51, 13, and 2 with all my injuries. And, you know, that's pretty damn good years, my junior and senior season. But yeah, I wrestled NCAA champ, lost to him 7-2. And the reason why he scored the points is because when he got on top. So, and so that definitely was one of my biggest highlights as an athlete. Graduating college, you know, hey, graduating college is it took a lot. I have some characteristics of being an autistic side, and learning is not easy for me. So graduating college is a huge accomplishment. And getting looked at by the Pirates, hey, when somebody says we love you, believe, and you know, I worked my butt off to get where I was and all that pain, and have a pro scout look at you, and that doesn't happen every single day. You know, it's not like today we have all these computers and anybody can look you up. So, well, my answer is A, graduating college, and that was a rough answer for me because there is a lot of just beyond my mind is after a couple of drinks and writing this down. I'm like, cool, what should I say here? What did I accomplish? Because you know what? I never think about me. It's always about you. It's always about my family. It's always about my friends. So when I look at things I accomplish, maybe I should say friendships. And because that does mean a lot to me and helping people out. There's been numerous people I helped out in so many things in my life, from relationships to health situations. Yeah, it's about you, not me. Animal I fear. A, bear. B, spider. C, snake. Or D, skunk. Now, living in New Jersey, we really don't see we don't, well, bears are in North Jersey, up northwest New Jersey. We don't see bears around here. Maybe at Six Flags Amusement Park. B, spiders. We really don't see any spiders here. They're just typical little spider things, you know. C, snakes. I have, with all my land, I have never seen, well, I seen a garden snake once, about 8 years ago, but I haven't seen a snake since. And a skunk. Who wants to get skunked? You know, to me, that scares the hell out of me. You see a snake, get the hell away from me. You're not staying around, right? So, animal I fear. A, bear. 2, spider. C, snake. And D, skunk. So we got this. We got a snake, a skunk, a skunk, a skunk, a skunk, a snake. Yikes! I'm in the garden. There's a snake looking at me. Yeah, you have nowheres to run. That kind of scary, right? C, snake. D, skunk. D, skunk is more likely. Yeah, you know what? We did have a skunk. We caught a skunk 2 years ago, and like, in a cage? How do you get rid of a skunk in a cage? And so the best thing we did is, well, I had my niece's boyfriend come over, and he said, "Oh, I'll take it, no problem." So I said, "Oh, sure, no problem. You can do it. That's awesome. Thanks." And so he put a tarp over it. And it was funny because I have a picture of this, and he was smoking something, and you see a big fog in the air, right? And you see the tarp going on him. So it looked like he was actually getting sprayed, but it was just smoke. It's actually a pretty awesome photo. I got to share that to you guys. A, fishes. I felt the same. Joe had ADHD and dyslexia too. Miracle got my 4-year-old education certificate and passing the teaching exam. That's awesome, Carol. Yeah, I was actually going to go into teaching. This was back in 1991, and I was in a coach's office, and the school wanted me to teach. They loved me as a coach. They said if they love you as a coach, they're going to love you as a teacher. And I'm like, what can I teach? I could teach social studies, or I could teach gym. And hey, teaching gym is awesome. I could teach gym. But you see the change in the way kids started acting towards teachers. And so I was thinking, oh, I'm become gym teacher. New Jersey sent a letter out to all the teachers, and I see it in the coach's office that they're not going to have physical education anymore. That was back in '91. Well, I seen that, and I'm like, well, I'm not teaching. Oh well, I'm not doing this, and so I never got to teach. And right now, New Jersey still has gym. I could have retired in a couple of years. Instead, I'm going to be working until 80 years old. Yeah. Oh, so going back to the animal I fear. A, bear. I want a bear. B, spider. C, snake. D, skunk. The answer is C, snakes. That creeps me out because I'm not running anywhere today. I'm definitely not fast on my feet. And that's skunk. That's a snake. Yeah, it's gonna get me. I see a skunk, I run away as fast as I can. I go call my call my niece's boyfriend. So that's the answer there. So I hope you guys are enjoying us. I got some other interesting questions coming up that are pretty bizarre, but I didn't know who was going to be in the chat to make it G-rated, you could say. But we got some good stuff for you guys. So my favorite band. This is going to be interesting. A, Genesis. B, Bruce Springsteen. C, Def Leppard. D, Ozzy Osbourne. So my favorite band. A, Genesis. B, Bruce Springsteen. C, Def Leppard. D, Ozzy Osbourne. So you got to remember, I'm an 80s guy, right? So Genesis, I definitely like Genesis. They've been awesome. Springsteen, New Jersey guy, in Belmar and Freehold. Freehold's 15 minutes. He lived about 15 minutes away from my house, and Belmar, New Jersey, and Asbury Park. We always played, not far away either. So that's Bruce Springsteen, and born in the USA. See, Def Leppard. Actually, I went to a small school, and our school won. It was Z100, and we won to get the band to come to your school. And they started dividing up between small schools, bigger schools, and we got to our whole entire school got to see Def Leppard. Pour some sugar on me, right? And D. Ozzy Osbourne. Some classic tunes. I can't believe that guy's still living. So looking at the chat, we got a combination of everything here. I'm glad you guys are answering all different questions too. That is awesome. Yeah, I remember Z100. Z100 is still there. B, got a lot of Bruce, got some Def Leppard, you got some Genesis, no Ozzy Osbourne. Okay, guys, the answer is A, Genesis. Take Me Home. I love Phil. I love him when he played the drums. One of the captains growing up on a wrestling team always played, and that's how I got to like him. I do love Bruce right now, but through all my years, I have always Genesis or Phil Collins has always been my favorite. But right now, I like to listen a lot of Bruce Springsteen. I never get sick of his channel. I can listen to him all day. I don't like his politics, that's for sure, but I like his music. And Ozzy Osbourne, he's he's a legend of its own. And I definitely like Def Leppard, but you're only talking about a short period of time where they were awesome. And so again, my favorite band is Genesis. Hi, Gruntwith Hudson. Yeah, I like Genesis, but not Phil Collins. I get it. I definitely get it. I try not get into politics and what the bands are, or what they did with drugs or whatever, or what they're about. I just like listening to the music. So that's what that is. Okay, my favorite quote. You got A, B, and C. A, chop. I hope you guys all know about chop, right? B, train when your opponent is sleeping. And C, eat healthy or die. So what is my favorite quote? A, chop. B, train when your opponent is sleeping. C, eat healthy or die. So looking at the chat, you got chop. Leanna, Ozzy is well preserved. That's funny. So we got a B, A, C at the start and the chop. So we got a combination of things. Oh, that's great. Yeah, you guys, my son is always chopping, right? Train when your opponent is sleeping. Okay, looks like that's a little end of the chat there. Yeah, my favorite quote is train when your opponent is sleeping. Working out, being at the gym, doing everything I do. I've always been nonstop in what I do. I'm never relaxing. I definitely need to relax. I know tomorrow morning when I'm waking up, I take somebody to the airport Uber, and it's crazy. I definitely need some sleep very soon. Joey, yes, you can play, Joey. So yes, the answer is train when your opponent is sleeping. So that's something I used when I was wrestling. That's something I used when I was coaching, and that is something when I did my weight loss and stuff. Okay, my least favorite subject in high school: A, social studies; B, math; C, English; D, science. So what is my least favorite subject in high school? A, social studies, B, math, C, English, D, science. I love you guys' answers. Thank you guys for so much feedback. Hopefully you guys are learning a little bit about me. So my least favorite subject in high school, social studies, B, math, C, English, D, science. Now, science, my kind of science was earth science. I loved earth science. That was the other sciences, not so much. I had some very hard teachers in science, and it wasn't enjoyable at all. They were just very, it just wasn't fun. They didn't make the subject fun. Um, if they made it fun, it was great for learning, but it was odd. English. Now, English is terrible. My English is really bad, guys, as you can tell. At least I graduated college somehow, but I had some really good teachers in English, and I really did enjoy English. I remember going into class through everybody sitting in class one day, and a door was locked. And I remember going through, we had windows that opened in school, and I'm crawling through English, through a window in English class, and to get in the classroom. And the teacher's looking at me the whole time. Mr. Kozlowski, what are you doing? I said, sorry, teacher's the only way in the building. I couldn't be late for your class. You're awesome. And he's looking at me, Mr. Tozier, and he's just laughing. I'm like, oh, that's great. B, math, which was, I love math, and A, social studies. So, oh, my science teacher was my wrestling coach. Oh, that's awesome. English. Hey, Kitos Homestead with Jess. Welcome to the channel. Homestead Aquarius, welcome. A lot of guys are coming and going today. Thank you, everybody, for. Oh, my son tells me, says, tell me what it is. My son's going to make fun of everything I'm doing tonight, guys. Because everything I yell at him, he's probably like, Dad, you did it. So my least favorite subject was definitely English. My social studies teachers, guys, I love. That was my favorite subject was social studies. I loved history. And that has to do about the teachers made a lot of fun. I remember when the Mets won the World Series, and then my teacher brought in Shea Stadium grass. You know, they're just down-to-earth teachers, and the teachers at the high school right now are the same place. And I love math, too. Math was one of my favorite subjects. I did really well in math. So, see, look at my son. I only knew not math. See, we are great in English. My son is actually, I'm hoping everybody goes Rutgers, Rutgers, Rutgers. I'm actually hoping he gets to like Princeton or a school like that. So I love that Joey answered that one. So my least favorite subject was English. I wanted to say science because those teachers were terrible. But English, guys, I just didn't excel. Okay, here's a good one. Favorite TV show as a kid? A, Happy Days. Hey. B, Friends. That's a little later, and not as a kid, but a little later when I was in school. C, MASH. I love watching MASH. And D, Brady Bunch. So there's a couple good ones there, guys. So what is my favorite TV show as a kid? A, Happy Days. B, Friends. C, MASH. D, Brady Bunch. I'll thank everybody for hopping in the chat. I appreciate it. D, got Brady Bunch. Another D, Brady Bunch. Got Happy Days. MASH. Guys, I thought MASH was awesome. They were on forever and ever, right? B, Friends. D, Brady Bunch. D, The one I thought wasn't on Popeye. Popeye. I did love Popeye, JoJo. I definitely love Popeye. Got to eat your spinach, guys. Make you stronger. C, MASH. D, Brady Bunch. Now, it's interesting because when I was growing up, you had Channel 2, 4, 7, 11, maybe watching the Mexican channel when they read Wrestle, and you had to go through all the little things. You couldn't see the TV, but you seen glimpses of professional wrestling. So my answer is A, Happy Days. Hey, I love watching Happy Days. I mean, I love all these before I gave you, but the one growing up with the motorcycle going up the ramp and flying, with Fonzie, I love watching Happy Days. Okay, what animal do I like best? A, dog. B, cat. C, fish. D, none. Now I do like all animals, but animals to have, it's today. Like what animal would I like today? A, dog. B, cat. C, fish. D, none. So we got a lot of C's. We got the fish. D, none. We got a dog. We having a dog in the house right now. Her name is Chicklet. And she likes eating people's food, and then she has diarrhea right after. See, fish. Yeah, you guys I do like fish. We got a dog. Man's favorite animal is a dog, right? We got a couple dogs. And I do like animals. I definitely do like animals. But right now it's very hard for me. My time, I'm not. Oh no, somebody's coming in the chat in a couple of seconds.
No, I just want to be right. No. I just want to answer them.
You just want to answer them? Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Everybody say hi to Joey.
Hi.
They don't see her. Come up a little closer.
Hey, can you please make it so I don't see the book of answers?
No, because there's nothing here. There's all like 4 of them. Okay. Jelly B. Joseph, you have an awesome aquarium. Okay, now guys, with the aquarium, the aquarium. Hey, everybody going, hey, Joey, Joey. But today we had Joey's graduation party. So, look, he's making funny faces at me. I love when he's here with me. I really do. So my wife does the fish upstairs. I don't do anything about it. Guys, I'm not home. I'm really not home. I'm home to sleep. And so my favorite animal, it's actually none right now. And that is a tough, really tough. What are you doing?
No, I'm trying to get a sheet.
That seat doesn't fit?
Look what I said.
Yes, Joey did get his jelly beans. What do you say?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We got the
all the good ones, but my dad has those gross ones.
Why do you keep on giving me the bad ones? Give me a good one.
I'm gonna type in the chat.
You get him typing in the chat. That's awesome. So what animal do I like best right now? The answer is none. But I do like all the choices, a dog, a cat, and a fish. And when we lived next to the farm, we actually had 27 outdoor cats. And we had one cat that would just come back and back and back. He'll be gone for 3 or 4 months, and he'll be like all scarred up, come back heal, and then after that he would come back and health up, then all of a sudden he'll leave again. The cat had definitely 9 lives, but yeah, we never had any.
By a car.
No, he never got ran over by a car.
No, the car the cat that was in our house.
Yeah, we had an outdoor cat here too, and he got ran over by a car, which was a shame.
Dad, I said why I like it in the chat.
Okay, guys, we had a couple other questions. And a couple questions I can't give right now because people are in here. But my favorite thing I like to cook, a egg omelet, onions and peppers, mushrooms. Can't beat an egg omelet. When I start my diet, what I do is every morning I use one egg, egg beaters, and tons of veggies. I eat that every single day. So I have like a lot, a lot of protein in that. And using egg whites cuts down the cholesterol and everything. Next thing is, I can't remember. Oh, chicken cordon bleu. And you know what's funny is my wife hates chicken. So I never make chicken cordon bleu, but I absolutely love chicken cordon bleu. And when I proposed to my wife, I can't believe I did this. I actually proposed to my wife on the beach, and I made her a dinner. I had a tent, and I had a whole bunch of stuff in a heart, a whole bunch of candles and stuff. And we had a barbecue too. And one of the things I brought was chicken cordon bleu. Not a good thing when you're trying to propose. And I also brought hamburgers and stuff too. And well, B was chicken cordon bleu. C, chicken with veggies and garlic sauce. And D, any kind of steak, anything on a grill. So favorite things I like to cook was egg omelet, chicken cordon bleu, a C, chicken with veggie, all kind of veggies and garlic sauce, or a D, any steak. Oh, Joe, we got somebody just subscribed to your channel. That's awesome. We're going to stay online for about another half an hour more, guys. Maybe not even that. We'll see how it goes. You didn't answer what you had for breakfast.
Yeah, you didn't.
Well,
I know you always have your breakfast because I'm always on the couch, and I know this is not an option.
So we got an A, a C, a D, a D. So one of Joey's favorite things, Joey likes pancakes. And I do definitely like pancakes, but that's not my favorite thing. I like to cook.
I thought it was like a sandwich because that's for breakfast every day.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do like egg sandwiches for sure. I do have, well, that's because I'm large. If you want to lose weight, don't eat bread. Okay, so the answer is the favorite thing I look to cook is chicken with veggies and garlic sauce. I absolutely love, like I said before, I love onions and peppers, and I love just throwing everything together. So that is my favorite thing. Okay, now
I never saw you cook that in your life.
I cook it for mommy all the time. That's because you don't eat it.
I've never seen you cook that in my life.
I asked mommy, chicken with veggies. Everybody likes me cooking with veggies except for Joey, who just wants pizza.
No, I don't want chicken parm.
A chicken parm. Okay. What is the funniest thing I ever saw in my life? A guy had a beanie hat and had a string going up in the air and had a balloon 20 feet up. True story, guys. True story. So yeah, the guy had a beanie. What was kind of interesting, my friend Nick and I would go to other schools our senior year. I had two study halls and some kind of break. So we would go to other schools and hang out because everybody knew us around the areas, which is right now you pretty much get expelled. But we made a lot of friends doing that. Went to other coaches' offices, hey, how you doing? So A was a beanie guy with a balloon 20 feet in the air, walking into an all-girl, and I ain't gonna say anything more about that one. But it was an all-girl party, you said. C, I was asked to preach about God on a boardwalk. That's just a weird thing that happened to me. A lot of religious things always happen to me on a boardwalk. So this, my brother and I and his wife to be at the time were walking in front of us, and we're walking together, and this girl in front of us goes, "Hey, you look like, would you want to talk about God in front of everybody? Yeah. Are you religious? I go, yes, I'm Catholic and stuff like that. And this girl was an absolute 10. I was about 20 years old, 21, somewhere's around there, maybe 19. And this girl was an absolute 10. And I was like, wow. So when she said, I started like tearing up a little bit in the eye. I get a color emotional looking laughing so hard because my brother, he's bawling because all this religious stuff happened to me. And this girl comes. She's starting to hold my hand. I didn't say a word. Do you believe in Jesus? Oh, yes, I believe in Jesus. That was kind of one of the weirdest things I ever saw actually happen to me. And that was C. And a guy, these are all true stories. A guy came into my backyard asking for a bucket of chicken. Well, we had a basketball, like a basketball and tennis court in our yard. Well, the basketball court, the basketball backboard said KFC on it. It was huge. And our colors of the garage were the same color. So this guy, a drunk guy, comes in our yard and goes, oh, can I have a bucket of chicken? And I was like, oh, let me go see if I have any made. And so I went inside the house. The guy's still standing outside. And I was like, I asked my Uncle Steve, hey, Uncle Steve, we have a bucket of chicken anywhere. And I talked to the guy, we just closed. We were all out of chicken. But that was kind of absolutely, that was freaking bizarre. So what's the most bizarre thing I ever seen in my life? Was the beanie guy with the balloon 20 feet up in air sitting by himself. B, walking into an all-girl kind of thingy kind of party together. C, asking to preach about God to a crowd of people on the beach. Or D, a drunk guy coming to my yard for KFC. Joey loves that. So we got a lot of C's and D's, Joe. A lot of KFCs because you're laughing so hard. Guys, I've seen so many weird things happen in my life that these I just come up with a couple answers ago, a couple hours ago, and I was like, "This is oh man, I should really research this stuff more because there's so much stuff." So we got a couple answers to the KFC. Oh, we got an answer for A. No, that's Carmel. Carmel got A too. Oh, and you. Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, I tell you what, that guy coming with the KFC. I was like, this guy's actually coming to my yard for KFC. You know how old I am. I'm old.
No, when that happened.
How old was I when I happened? Probably about 17. I would say about 17. Well, guys, the funniest thing I saw was a guy sitting in the parking lot with a beanie thing on and a balloon 20 feet in the air because I really have no idea what the heck that guy was doing. And that happened when I was visiting. Me and my friend Nick was going to other schools, and we had a turnaround, and I had everything in my trunk, from sports stuff to seats to everything. And I just remember we got we had our seats. We just put our seats to the side, and we just listened to him. Just watched him. Hey, how you doing? And just watched for half an hour, just right in front of him, and just like having a conversation with this guy. It was hysterical. Okay. Well, that one I can't ask right now. Okay, we got two. Let me see how many we got left. Hold on, guys, 1 second. We're almost done. Okay. Here's one that I'll probably get in trouble with, but I think it's pretty comical.
Okay.
What is a crazy naked thing that I did? My son just went outside. Woohoo! Come on back in a minute, Joey. What is the craziest naked thing I did? A, swam naked in the ocean. B, ran 1 mile naked as a dare on a busy road. Oh my God, I'd be so much trouble if I ever did such a thing. You know, growing up was always about dares. We always had a lot of dares between friends. Um, C, woke up naked at a completely naked at a party. When at times I had a good body, and when I got drunk, I always took my clothes off for some reason. Thank God I don't do that anymore. But thank God I don't drink, and maybe that's the reason why I don't drink. But when I used to drink a lot, or party, I would just get totally naked. I always started with the shirt off first, and for some reason, I was butt naked somewhere at a party. So at one party, I remember just waking up, passed out, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm naked." Now, isn't that some crazy things, right? So, what is the craziest naked thing I did? Swam naked in the ocean. B, ran 1 mile naked as a dare. C, woke up naked at a party. And you know what? I'm not going to say all above. Let's go off those three things. A, B, C. A, swam naked in the ocean. B, ran 1 mile naked as a dare. C, woke up naked at a party. Oh my God, C for sure. A, B. We're getting some good answers. You guys are really learning a little things about me. But I really want to make this for a later night for a different crowd. To certain people, I wanted to make sure this was more G-rated. All of the above. And Marie, it was all of the above, but I did. That is true, all of the above, but I'm not going to say it all above. But the craziest naked thing I did was definitely ran 1 mile naked down the road. So when we went to East, we used to go walk to the movies, which was 2 miles from our house. And there's one main road, which was Summer Hill Road. And they dared me to run naked from one 7-Eleven to the next 7-Eleven. And yeah, I ran really fast. Oh my God, I still can't believe I did that. But that is definitely the craziest thing I ever did. And I can't even imagine if somebody ran naked on a road right now. Times have definitely changed. And I definitely, you know, I definitely did have tons of fun in my life, especially through dares. Naked as a jaybird. Imagine if you're a cop and you see some guy running naked on a road. Yeah, that is not right, guys. And you know what? Maybe that's the reason why I'm not running for governor. That's crazy. Let's see what else I have. Okay, we have two more simple ones, and I'm going to save a couple others for another time. But this is only an A and B. A, well, the question is, do I have a tattoo? A, or several tattoos? A, yes. B, no. So do I have a tattoo? A, yes. B, no. That sounds like the Florida Man Marathon. I tell you, with some of my friends, I think we could really make a couple movies and really be really be good about it. I remember making a Bud Light commercial. I did a Bud Light commercial in Spanish for Spanish class. Who does that as a kid, right? Times have changed. So no, no, yes, no, yes. You ever see History? Anybody here ever see History of the World Part 1? That's an old movie. And it was Mel Brooks, I think. And all of a sudden they were like, they had a guy with a naked lineup, and they had the girls picking what guy she wanted, and she'd go, no, 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 yes, and no, 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 yes. Oh, that's funny. Okay, the answer is no, I do not have a tattoo. I just, I always wanted to get a tattoo. I just never did. And let's see. The first celebrity, this is the last one, guys. There's 21 people still in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for coming today and listening to my stuff about me. Hopefully, you guys can listen to this again. And next week will be all about seeds and stuff again. But my last question is my first celebrity crush. A, Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett in baseball. We used to put a picture in, when I was 10 years old, a picture of Farrah Fawcett in a dugout. Who does that? You'll never see that anymore. So, oh, it's amazing. I think it was something watching from the Bad News Bears or something. So A was Farrah Fawcett. B, Pamela Anderson. You know, when you're watching growing up and seeing Pamela Anderson, who doesn't like Pamela Anderson? And C is Dolly Parton. You know, things, well, Dolly Parton. And D is none. So my first celebrity crush, Farrah Fawcett, Pamela Anderson, Dolly Parton, or none. Joey, you can come back, bud. Zombie Mom, Andrea, hello. Dolly. I wonder why I would like Dolly. Hey, got some Farrah Fawcett's. None. Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett. That's some. Wow, look at another new channel. Down Under Small Veggie Garden Diaries. That's awesome. Welcome to that. Guys, the channel's gonna gradually grow. We just gotta we have a lot of skits that we want to do. There's a lot of stuff in the planning stages. It's all about getting myself normal hours, getting Joey healthy. That's A is first. We got to get Joey healthy, and this channel is going to explode. I want to do something totally different than any garden channel out there. So hopefully that let's get Joey healthy. So my first celebrity crush, guys, I never had a celebrity crush. How about that? But I definitely like Pamela Anderson and Farrah Fawcett and Dolly Parton growing up. But as a crush, never had a crush. But I admired their status. You know, I loved listening to Dolly Parton when I was little. So my parents would listen to country and things like that all the time. And Pamela Anderson's Pamela Anderson, and Farrah Fawcett's Farrah Fawcett. And well, guys, I just want to say thank you everybody for coming to support my channel. For my monetizing, I'm not that far away, 700 and a little bit hours ago, and I appreciate everybody running my channel and saying stuff and coming through on a Sunday and listening to what I have to say. Just want to say God bless everyone. I'll come up with a subscription video this week. We're planning to take Joey to see fireworks in Point Pleasant on Thursday. So hopefully I'll probably do a Thursday registration video and a garden update this week. My hot peppers are growing great. My tomatoes all going up the post, all 300 tomatoes. Well, not all 300, all 200. The other tomatoes are just going to be laying on the ground. I just don't have enough time to do what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do, I would have got done. But when we extended that garden in the back, it was all about that for 3 weeks. And, it's all about my goals for the future. So, guys, what game show was that when you get the kiss? Anyway, thank you everyone for coming. Everybody have a good night. Be safe out there. Take care. Bye.